Hi, so thanks for checking in today. I'm just back from a short break and checked in this morning with a special school in Melbourne that I'm working with very closely. And, you know, we're at second year of implementation in a special school where they really wondered whether the students would be able to progress. And the progress that we're seeing is just outstanding. And I just want to give a shout out to Nepean Special School for the dedication of their teachers and the dedication of their support staff and the dedication of their students. What I was learning today from their head of support or head of implementation with maths at the moment, Ashley Baxter, and we were talking today about this piece of the excitement within the school that's being experienced because of this congruency in each part of the maths that the children are being taught. So this is a really key piece, and one thing that I'm seeing more and more, particularly in the recent development that I've been doing, of the importance of there being a congruency between what we build and the concrete, what we draw as a representation and have the student draw their own representation, and then when we progress into the abstract. And if you look at this in terms of the context of the I-CRAVE methodology that I developed, it really is this piece where we first of all identify where is the student placed, start with the concrete, move to the representation, then to the abstract, ensure that we're verbalizing and teaching explicitly. And when I talk about this explicit instruction, you know, if you look at our Maths Australia website, we actually offer training so that the teacher, the support staff has that deeper understanding of why and how to teach and to bring this research into practice. And then the support material, the program, is actually there with the concrete that's congruent with it, that to be able to allow them to be able to progress through the lessons, understanding each lesson and understanding it so deeply that they're able to meet the student at their place of need. So this is what I'm going to be talking about more in the next couple of weeks, just that importance of how we're representing something, that's absolutely accurate so that the student doesn't have this static created where we actually create static for them or create difficulty in maths when we actually don't teach with that congruency between all of those components. I've seen this time and time again with even dyscalculia specialists talking about the CRA approach and showing something in the concrete that's not congruent and actually against what they've shown in the representation, which isn't accurate then in the abstract. So the student doesn't have this ability to have this dependence and trust within maths, where we talk about having a trust in the count. So we have to have that congruency in each of our components so that they can develop that confidence. So we'll talk more about that and about learning styles and how people learn and cognitive load and neuroscience and all those pieces in the next few weeks. But thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.